I appreciate you coming back to my channel, Brain Crypto. All the smart folks are putting their money into XRP. This is not an exaggeration, these two are brilliant. You have a clear picture of what lies ahead thanks to your foresight and prudent financial decisions. You might see that XRP will go to ridiculous levels because the whole financial system is changing. You can see each and every one of these items clearly. But because you have been so focused on what is to come, you have overlooked something vital. For this reason, XRP has become the central topic of both my online and offline conversations with actual people. All commenters have reached the same conclusion: XRP is identical to HODL. Assume you like it, that much is obvious. As a result, it propagates the widespread notion among XRP holders that their assets are meaningless. Plus, I understand, I truly do. Let me simply discuss the emotional impact it has on you. Imagine for a second that this XRP is currently worth 10,000 and has a lot of potential for tomorrow's price increase. Upon its arrival, I will possess $10 million, while at the moment, I possess 10,000 tokens. Furthermore, I want to conceal the fact that my objective is $10 million. But how much is it going to cost? You have hit the nail on the head. A sum of $10 million is what the curious minds want. Wallowing in idleness is the equivalent of giving up an item with a value greater than 10 million, indeed, greater than any sum of money that could possibly be conceived. You get to decide now. In light of your conclusion, I will not be making any changes to this section because it baffles me. There is no shortage of money for you. It seems like they just print money whenever they cannot print time. While they might be able to conjure up some cash, they obviously cannot match your skill with time. My lesson material has the potential to distort your perception of time. But that information is safe from prying eyes. We all have the same subjective experience of time, and as it is neither objectively generated nor produced, the only way to change it is in accordance with my plans. Even though we see time differently, I can still tell you exactly how many minutes are in an hour. Both subjective and objective ways can be used to measure time. We shall go into greater detail on the topic of time in the program. Objective time, on the other hand, has no way of being prolonged. Hit my goal. Last but not least, everybody, get to a better paying level. Consequently, the time you put in is what matters most. Delays are the root of the problem. In exchange for the cash, you will have to part with the precious object. Some have even questioned me how I would convert Bitcoin into fiat money, or why I would ever sell it. Check out the logic I am using here. I mean, what the hey, for what reason would I risk my life by becoming? The value of a currency, such as the dollar, is declining. Contributions, putting it in stable currency seems like the best bet. Even if you have no intention of selling the asset, you can still put money into it. Very well, I will simply repeat the earlier reasoning. Do you have any idea what is causing this to happen? Be patient with Bitcoin, but hold on a second. Since time is the most precious commodity, increasing your availability of it is paramount. Additional finances are not required. When you need more money, you will never really need it. Is it really? In my opinion, everyone follows a reasonable minimum standard. For example, having a decent amount of money can greatly improve people's quality of life. The caveat is that investing much effort on it is not something I would suggest. There is no amount of money that can purchase that. What would you do if you were offered 100 billion today and then you did not wake up the next day? Will you still decline the offer? Time, as everyone can see, is precious. To return to the original topic, a large portion of the XRP community follows the crowd. I propose we take it easy for a bit and accumulate a tidy sum. I get it if the pricing are a little steep. Indeed, I comprehend. Still, I am hopeful that some will figure out how to communicate. Naturally, there will be those people who are completely unconcerned and will not give a hoot. I would prefer not to devote my efforts to saving for a sum whose precise worth is uncertain. Instead of waiting around, I would prefer to have a specific amount of money or some kind of financial stability. Personally, I do not think that is ridiculous. On top of that, everyone's opinions are completely subjective. We cannot escape that. Regarding the future of XRP, anyone can think whatever they want. Ask yourself if you can part with a little leisure time if it means you can have an endless supply of money before you commit. You likely already left the video if you do not care about being on time, so relax. Accordingly, let us strive for brevity. It would be wise for you to take into account my present ideas if you are looking to save time. We need to be quick and careful with our time if we value it highly. For instance, you should focus on cash flow, present and future AM generation, and taxes rather than worrying about bank loans and borrowings. Coming up with a plethora of interesting topics for debate. If you are looking for a way to invest time and get quick benefits from cryptocurrencies, developing a strategy is your best choice right now. Many of you probably have a strategy in place already. It sounds like you are planning to sell 3% for 50, 5% for 100, and keep on like that. You are aware of that line of thinking and strategy. What really matters is that plans do not amount to anything unless they are really executed. For this reason, you should make preparations. If action is not taken, a plan becomes useless. That is where its significance lies. Also, if you dwell on the future and the myriad possible outcomes for an extended period of time. Thank you for subscribing if you are new here on my channel. Stay safe until then.